I'm resizing everything. No viewers yet, so nothing lost. Thank you, Tammy Lynn. I've got it. So if you want to join right now, I hate to say it, you probably have to ask me for the link, and then you can come join and be live too. But for now, we got dumb trolls out there. I couldn't believe they put their name and tags and everything out there, and then put pictures like that. You know how fast that's gonna get blocked. So I deleted everything else so it doesn't happen here. So yeah, they can't do it now because they don't got no links. So I guess you got to listen to me, folks. And welcome back. I'm sorry about that. Oh, I know where I was at, so I'll get back to it when everybody joins in. It's secure this time. We ain't gonna get dum dums coming in here. I can put the link in here too, but if I put the link in here after I put the link and somebody grabs it, probably have somebody just delete it right out of here so they can't steal it, or we'll figure something out. I got forever to figure this out. I got a new game coming up November 30th, and I got to get that all set up for live broadcast of that with everybody else because I'm going to have CEOs coming into there and big people that want to give me plates, shit like that. I don't want it. I'm not out here for fame or fortune. Like I'm here out for the community. Meet y'all, greet with y'all. So I still look good, right? Well, all right. They beat me up here. This one here was when I went into the hospital the first time. All right. Since then, and this wasn't the big prick either. I had one that was stuck in my arm, and another one that came up here like this, and that left two dots. This is where they took all the blood tests and that, and this was just one shot. Oh man, you're down your house. You mean for your boat? You down the house, down the street from the house to get a signal? You gotta go that far? Is it rated? You got an umbrella? May get too good of a signal light to come down there, and boy, you get a power surge. Yeah, I got it really good now. I can see Blood's eyes glowing. So I'm pretty sure you all are caught up on what all is going on and what they're planning. Um, yeah, okay. Two brain tumors. Yeah, okay. Well, lung tumor too. But again, we looked at it all sorts of different ways and the way they're going to attack it, and that instead of just throwing chemo at it, no, I do have scripts for the good stuff. So I'm a little bit tired because I couldn't get much sleep there. But hey, Froggy, how you doing? Yeah, New York, I did have it open, but we had this troll came in here and then he just slammed us with a whole bunch of filthy crap for attention. He got a whole 2 minutes of fame, which nobody will remember him next week. Maybe 2 weeks from now, somebody say, "Hey, yeah, oh yeah, remember that one guy?" Yeah. But after that, he's done. Then they'll just have to go probably kill himself because he's got no life. I don't care. It's his choice. Um. All right. Let me check. See who's in here. I don't even have. Okay, I don't see any of the bozos in there. So let me grab the link. If somebody can delete it within 2 minutes before some other bozo comes in here and then starts jumping in, that'd be cool. Let me, they changed this up a little bit, so I'm still trying to figure out where all the buttons are. Plus, my brain's a little bit confused about a lot of good drugs. All right, here comes the link. Okay, so what? You take the boat and put it up on rice or hay or stuff like that for the wintertime so it doesn't freeze in and break the bow and stuff like that? It gets that cold down there? It's like a 10, 15 second. If I ask a question, you can expect them to answer probably about 15 seconds later. And then I got a bad habit of I ask a question, I'll sit there waiting for the answer, knowing I gotta wait another 10 seconds. It's like talking to Mars. So, Tammy, I asked, do you have to take your boat when it gets cold in that and get it up on land or on hay or rice and that so that it doesn't break the bow and stuff like that? Or is it still good in the water? Doesn't it get that cold where the ice freezes around it and can cause it to break? Tammy, don't make me come down there and slap you. So, but y'all know I'm in good spirits to that. So I am now officially fully retired. I don't have to go to work no more. All right, cool. Again, prognosis is good. Yes, it's all bad, but they can hopefully don't ever want to say they can definitely, but it looks like they can handle it. I got a good set of good doctors. That's what I'm saying now. We'll see what I say down the road. That now, I had to, as I was saying earlier, I did an audit while I was at the hospital today. The nurses, the doctors, the staff that was there to help the patients in that, all awesome. The hospital was above and beyond any hospital that I've been in. The problem we had, I'll let somebody try to take a guess. What departments do you think are going to be bossy and try to infringe on patients' rights in a hospital? Besides security, how about social services? How about the administration? How about the people there that are trying to manage the job of the hospital and not manage the job of helping the people? For 3 days while I was in there, we had the social worker who come down to check the room, and everybody comes in, smile, happy. We're telling jokes and that. She comes walking in, stern face, opens the bathroom door, sticks her noses in there. I think I smell smoke. Well, I'm sorry, you're imagining things. That. Well, we're gonna have maintenance come down here and scrub this whole thing out. I don't give a fuck. Whatever, I buy good drugs. I don't give a fuck what you do. So they bring it down. A few hours later, she comes down there, sure thing, opens that door, sticks her nose right in there. I still smell the smoke. No, it's only been a couple hours. I've had a few hundred people already in the room with me. Nobody was even in the bathroom. If you ever visited somebody in the hospital, how many times do you go into the bathroom and smoke a cigarette while everybody's there? Really. And she's going on and on. Well, hey, if we find that this, we'll have security coming up here, and they're going to go through all this stuff. And I was on good drugs and business, so I'm playing it cool. Whatever, whatever. I finally got some sleep last night after 4 days. So I woke up refreshed, remembering all this stuff. And I looked around the hospital room and it's like, okay, she think I was smoking. There was a few things I had noticed while in my high state there. It's like, oh, look at that. Wow. I got pictures. I have pictures that are so filthy, disgusting that this would make the news around the world. I have pictures of the heater next to my bed filled with cobwebs, dirt, cigarette butts, pieces of paper, old bandages, and stuff like that. That is not the hospital staff. They are not in charge of cleaning it. That would be maintenance. Who's in charge of maintenance? They are not health givers. They are there to take care of the building in one way by cleaning things. The administration's there to run the rules one way. They're not there for the people. So I got all these pictures. I did a few descriptive things, and then I turned the camera off, and she came in. First thing she did was she went to stick her nose in that door. I said, before you fucking open that door, come here. And she looked like, oh yeah, you can tell me what the fuck's this shit down here? I says, you've been going on for 3 days. I'm here to recuperate. I am here to get better. I have all these nurses and staff here taking care of me and catering to my need like a frickin' king. And what do? You come in here expounding rules and regulations, and I got to do this. And if I don't, you're going to kick my ass out of a hospital where I'm supposed to get better. No way. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. You see this shit? I can take pictures of this right fucking now. It'll be on the news. 2 million people will be calling here. But that would not be fair to this hospital. The hospital and the hospital staff here is top notch. And their reputation and all the hard work that they do to keep this hospital going will get thrown down the drain because of you. They will be dragged along with your inactions. They are going to get dragged along because of your bossiness of people should follow rules instead of taking care of people. The doctors are here to take care of the people. The nurses are here to take care of the people. They're falling over themselves to take care of us and our needs. And you think you're here to push people around. Let me tell you, if I took these pictures, I guarantee you I will put a spin on this that this hospital staff will be applauded and you will be applauded off on the street. And everybody will know who you are. And that will probably, as you all know, it'll probably just start a whole other honest shit, you know. And I let them know you're on point. Then she tried to cough it off. Well, it's maintenance. Maintenance is supposed to keep up on that. I don't care. You're in charge. You're sitting here worried about freaking smoke and somebody in here smoking. And I got thousands of witnesses and nurses in here know that nobody's in here smoking. You know, not even CBD oils or anything. None at all. And you're here sitting here trying to tell me if I catch you, and stressing my ass out instead of helping me recuperate. Is that what you're here for? No. You go get the maintenance men. You go get the maintenance to come up here right now and have them explain to this shit to me. And I shifted right off me. Right then and there, I could have lit up a fucking cigarette right in that fucking hospital, and that shit they would have done. Because they would have been too embarrassed because that was that filthy. And then again, because it's such a good hospital, I'm not going to pull the pictures and stuff out and that. But I have. They wouldn't got maintenance. Maintenance came down there, and that one guy was sitting there going, oh, yeah, we'd regularly do them every 3 months. I said, wait, no. You see this mess here? Oh, we can't do them all at the same time. We'd have to close the hospital. No, I'm getting out of here today at 11 o'clock. Somebody could be in here, and it's a private room. Somebody could be in here right after I get out of here. Before you let anybody in here, you clean it from top to bottom. That way you know next time it's not as hard to clean it, and it's sanitary before somebody moves in here, not 3 months from now. And then tomorrow, there's going to be another room that's going to open up. You get your asses in that room and clean that room up. And the day after that, there's another room or 2 rooms. That's your job, is to follow around and keep each room clean as they open up. And I wish I filmed it all, but I did get it all. And all I got was, in the meantime, the nurses and doctors, I saw them in the back, but I was not. That's why I was also saying they're here to help us. You're here to rule over us.
Hey.
Hey, New York, what's up?
Not much, my brother.
So, so I set them straight. And we'll see when I go back. I go to a different hospital for the surgeries and that, but I will be back to that hospital, and they do know me. And while I was doing this whole thing, the nurses, the doctors, they were behind going. But I did let them know, no, I'm not making this public. I'm not going to put this out there, but I'm putting you on point that I can. Did you get locked off again, Yard? I didn't click you, did I?
Oh, no, I muted my mic because you were talking and I don't want to step on you.
Oh, okay. Well, I unmuted you, so go ahead. Yap it away. I made my point.
No, how you doing? Have you got a hold of Fury?
Yeah, actually, I just sent Furry another message to the video, but yeah, Furry's been in. This is my third day to live broadcasting, two in the hospital podcasting. But the nurses thought that was cool, actually. You doing a live podcast? Yeah, why not? Really? See, come on in, I'll make you guys famous. Like,
Yeah,
well,
should tell Furry to get a big butt in here.
well, it's out there. Furry sees it. I was trying to get on earlier, but everything was going on. I wanted to be on at about 11 o'clock, but it wasn't until like 12, and it probably went to sleep. But then it gets California, so Furry went to bed at 8. Because it's 1 o'clock in the morning here now. God damn it. I got medicine.
9 o'clock their time.
Now it's 12:55 a.m. my time.
Oh, I was talking about California time. I think
Yeah.
it's 9, give or take.
So I think 10 o'clock. Might be 9 o'clock. Kumanini, how you doing? And thanks for all the comments that you've left too. You talk for a minute. I gotta go find something. I hear everything going on. I got wireless headphones.
He wants me to talk. What the
Sure.
hell?
Find something to talk about.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you came in for, isn't it?
I just came in to troll you a little bit.
All right, give me your best troll.
Okay, let me go back to that one video. It was up in the other chat.
I didn't really get to see that one. What was going on? I was too busy trying to end it, but they actually stole it.
And it's anymore you get these trolls, it's like, okay, this is all good you are. Come on, give me something better.
2
Okay, yeah,
minutes.
I seen that one. Come on, give me something better.
That's
Fucking
it. Your
child.
2 minute quickie, and everybody's gonna forget who the fuck he was from 2 weeks from now. He's probably gonna forget what the hell he was doing 2 weeks from now. So that's a waste of skin. Not my problem.
Yeah, his mama should have swallowed. Excuse my term.
She probably did, and then spat it back out in the neighbor. Hey, you're my son, but it came from him. I sucked it out of him and spat it in your ma. We're just gay that way.
Coat hanger didn't go deep enough.
It went too deep. He shoved it through.
Yeah. Has his brain in his gluteus maximum.
Oh, damn it.
Black Label's in here.
Black Label, what's up? Black Label, I can't find my CDB oils. I'm going nuts. That's why I'm not in the cam. I think you could understand that one.
Be nice if they legalized marijuana. 'Cause it's been helping out a hell of a lot of people.
But actually, my doctors are prescribing some for me too. And I also have private doctors that do the same thing. However, when you have your stuff and you don't know where the hell you put it, could be a problem.
Sounds like you need to get a beeper for it. That way you can whistle and it'll point it out to you.
How do you put a beeper on a joint? Oh
There's
well.
new technology every day. GPS your smoke.
It's also I my sister plays games. My late sister. I'll have a lighter sitting right here, and it'll just completely straight up vanish. I'll look everywhere, and then all of a sudden, it's back. Yeah, you ever have something you know you put it right there, you look everywhere, you come back, and it's right there all the time. We blame my late sister. She used to do. She's an asshole. I know. I know. Well, it's not as weird as looking at me. I think I'm weirder than any chair, don't you, Sarah Tay?
So, Mr. Bullet, you hoping to go out and do some more audits?
Oh yeah, I'll be doing more audits, only with an attitude now. I ain't got nothing to lose. What are they gonna do? Kill me?
That'll just make you glow in the dark more.
Darn right. They can't kill me. I am surrounded by so many angels and good luck shit. And when this hit, the day it hit, this is not normal. All it was is it felt like I had my normal migraine. All right, but it was off. Another, I can tolerate pain a lot. I've been through a lot of pain. Sometimes I like pain, but this, I could take pain up to like 9. This was only like 6, and I was so off. I was dizzy. I couldn't focus, and this is not my normal migraine. This is something different. And the first, I was just got the balls up as I'm going, and I usually don't go to doctors, but I says, my whole family died at 60. I'm 60. Let's go check this out. It could be prudent. And first hospital I went to did this. Their bed manners were really sorely lacking. They were like, "Oh, you're either having a stroke or you have cancer and you could die soon. We better." As soon as they start coming out with that, is take this shit out. Take it the fuck out, because I didn't had nobody went with me and everything else, and they're telling me they're gonna strap me down and lock me in, and right there, no, take this shit the fuck out right now. And I went home. Then I consulted with my family. This is what they came up and said. Let's go get this examined together. And so I'm not, because they were scared the shit right out of me. And it takes a lot to scare me. But the way they're putting it is, oh, hey, you go, ooh, oh, ooh, ooh. So end up going up to Highland in that. Now, this is what they did in Newark. These are all the other subsequent stabs and any other. There's a couple more up here, but that I got from all the other doctors. One versus about 25 that I went through the other
So
days.
they vampired you.
Oh, jeez, they didn't know what the hell they were doing.
You got any blood left?
Oh yeah, they didn't take much blood. This was just they fucked up, you know. Furry Potato says then the video that she put out that we're going to revisit this in another 60 years. Yes. My grandma says that I'm going to live to be 138 if I wasn't shot at 36. They tried to shoot me at 36. They missed. So I lived. So I get to be 138 according to my grandma. I'm holding her to it. And she's one of the little ghosty angels following me around being an asshole. So she better live up to it. Otherwise, I'll have to haunt her ass. Here. I yeah, I heal very quick. That's one of the things I got going for me. For example, I've best example, I got a compound fracture. That's where the bone goes through the skin on my leg, on the big bone. And 4 weeks later, I was playing basketball. I heal really fast, like Wolverine. I'm not gonna be able to take gunshots and then still live like Wolverine, but I heal quick like Wolverine. You know, I pretty much broke almost everything in my body, one way or another, even my neck. And that's the one where the when the pressure starts building up, I feel it here. Even though the main one that they're going after is over here, all right. This is the one that bothers me. That always gets that crank. It goes like that. But luckily, I can do that because it's not even near this. The other one is somewhere up in here. I think it takes a little bit of my math aptitude off. But hey, I don't need to use math anymore. I don't need to be building rockets or anything like that. I just need
Well, I
to.
say men only use 90% or 80% of their brains, anyways.
Ah, I use as much as possible. My brain's always going. And like I said, I was up for 4 days at the hospital with just like 10 hours sleep here and there, and I got more energy to spare. You know, I, I wish I knew what I did with my medicine. Oh, that's going to drive me nuts. No, it's not there. All right, New York. Last time I lost my only joint I had when you were on air with you told me where it was. Where did I put it? Come on, you're slacking.
Got it in your pocket.
So check that again. Watch it. It's going to appear right here. Everybody, here. You can't see it.
Next
Watch this
question.
spot. Well, when I get up, get up. If it appears, somebody let me know.
Next question. Does your grandmother have it?
She may because she used to smoke it when she was a kid too. She used to tell me about it. My grandma and I, we talked about everything from dinosaurs to pot. Oh yeah, I used to grow it out back. Told my dad it was tobacco, and he bought it. His grandma. But yeah, she's she was something. I know it's hard to describe to somebody else what your grandma was like, but let's just say she was a corker. Now, my dad, he was into sports and everything else, and he was really good at sports. He's all well, won lots of awards. She kicked his ass all the time. She caught when they were kids. Told me one story about my uncle and my dad had trapped a pig in the corner of an electric fence. Was able to loop the wires around the legs, so every time the thing surged, the pig was going. And my grandma caught him. And so she lambasted them and she tied them to the wire and let my dad and my uncle go wee, wee, wee. And then my dad would get so pissed every time he'd tell her that. He's, don't take that about me. It's not nice. Well, what you did to the pig's not nice. Well, yeah, but that was when I was a kid. Yeah, and I'm gonna let you bug the shit out of you for the rest of your life for being that stupid. That was my grandma. Okay, now this really, really, really is bothering me. I'm in the back bedroom. I'm probably gonna wake up the old lady. Hi, honey. You did not see where I put my medicine, did you?
Mm. You were over here.
There.
You were over here doing stuff. Yeah, there's a box and stuff
There's a barefoot.
on.
And I'm live, by the way, so don't get too fresh. They'll hear you.
If she does, we want to watch.
Oh, the cam's not there. Well, here's my lighter.
What's that? I just.
I think you're sitting on it. I really do.
Okay.
Somewhere. Yes, right there. You're,
Oh, how did that happen?
you're stealing my drugs. That's it.
Oh,
That's it, man. It's always that with relationships. The old ladies are either stealing your guys or your drugs. One of the two. Damn it. See, it appeared. Yay. Yeah, you got so much. Not even a doobie. I can't see it with a shine, but it's a little. Yeah, howdy, Doc. I thought you snuck in. I didn't see you. Ah, sorry. I'm always in good spirits. Y'all know me. You can't keep me good man down, right? Yeah, sure, we can get the blues, but you can't keep us down. And from now on, I'm not going to brook no patrols. Somebody gets stupid, I'm just going to hit him in the head and send him down the road. And I don't care who it is. Oh, so what all have I been missing in the community this last week? Anybody want to fill me in? I can read fast.
Drama, and more drama. Short
What?
end of the stick.
Okay, what drama? What was the dumbest drama that happened this week that I missed?
Oh, it's hard to say.
All I really can remember is, well, I've been in the hospital for like last week, and for 2 weeks before that, I was having such problems focusing because it started out not so much migraines that, but when I got my head up here like this, I could feel the migraine starting. So I would sit back, but every time I would get doing something and starting to sit like this, it would start getting irritated. So I did other things I would keep coming back, but every time I sat here, I could feel it felt like my head was turning into a balloon. Not much pressure, but it felt like somebody was actually just, and my head was turning into a balloon. This isn't right. But again, so I couldn't even play some of my games. I would start on some of my games and I couldn't even focus on what I was doing, and even if it was simple shit, you know. Then I started getting a little confused, and then started getting the headaches, and that's when I told the old lady. Probably, I let it go on for I'd say just about a week to almost 2 weeks of it bothering me that I'm catching a cold. Come to find out, I was catching a cold too, which made my immune go down. But on top of that, this had kicked in and started metastasizing in places. So that's why I went to see the doctor. And because of my age and my whole family going at this time now, I figure, yeah. If I went a few weeks ago for any test, nothing would have showed up. They came on that fast, so I was alert and ready for it. Now, another thing with my family, when my dad got it, he was gone 2 weeks later. When my grandma got it, 2 weeks later. Same with my uncle, my sister, 3 days later. But her case was different. She was a paraplegic, and I've always been a healthcare provider. That's me. By my whole life, you'll see me telling people I'm here to help people. I'm not here to point fingers and say you're an idiot doing this and that or make fun of people. I'm here. If I see somebody doing something wrong, I will try to explain to them their stinking thinking. If they don't not receptive, that's on them, and I'm going to move on to somebody else that is more receptive. And that it's just the way it is. It's not playing favoritisms. It's just trying to get the word out to as many people to help people. You can't beat your head against a rock and somebody who don't want to listen. So I'm not gonna. That's on them.
You can't fix stupid,
Nope.
basically.
You can't open their skull and pour the information in. They have to absorb it. That's not my job. That's them. I can point them in the direction, but I can't make them do it. You know. Yeah, that's true. No drama. But again, y'all know me. I've got good spirits. I heal quick. I'm too pretty to turn ugly, so. If only. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can kick their ass too. But the trick is kicking somebody's ass, get them to get the first swing in. Then you can do anything you want. They started it.
If they hit you, you got the right to defend yourself.
I'm Flo. I'm psychic. I'm sending you the thoughts. This is what it's tasting like. That's what it smells like too. Real stuff. Sure am. They released me, or I escaped. I'll let you guys decide which was. Now, back in the day, yeah, I'd probably roll a big fat blunt and just. But I can't do that right now. I can't get myself up to where I'm going to really cough hard. The one nodule back here is right on the artery. All right. So what do they got to do? The surgery's got to be very careful. I could have I could have a blowout if I really, and it'll bypass the tumor itself. It'll just be, and what do you call that when your blood vessel blows out in your head? Aneurysm. It could just be a straight out aneurysm because it's getting weak because that's where it is, my balance. But again, they know about it and they got me on medicine to keep my blood pressure down. My blood pressure, I've always had low blood pressure, but it went, when this all started, it just went whoop. And that's why when they said stroke, I was like, and now us pot smokers do know that depends on how chronic you were in your younger years. You could get yourself coughing where you could cause these little unnatural strokes inside your brain in odd spots. And my brain's going, yeah, with the amount I smoke, there's probably 1 billion of those up there. And the doctors are going to know. But it wasn't that. None of that. These were actually just gross. They are cancerous. They're not the good one cancer either. So, but hey Flo, I'm just paying you back because that's why. Why do you think I listen to your kids that play music and that? Because it was mellow and it's fun, no drama, and it's life. And life's great, especially. All right, for all you religious people out there, who knows this thing from Psalms? Make a joyful noise. I can't help but be positive. Dude, I was born dead. That's how I started life out. I was born on April Fool's, but I went into the hospital on March 27th. At 12:02 in the morning on April Fool's, I came out. But when I came out feet first, short umbilical cord wrapped around my throat, and I had been hanging. It was back then. They're going pulling me out. And when they got me out, I was black. I was a dead black boy. I really was. They tried to get me. They tried to do the regular cleaning for the 1950s, and that wasn't working. And then they couldn't get me to breathe, and that. And there was a thing they did back then is they had cold water tub and a hot water tub. to shock my system. They would first put me in cold water, take me out, put me in hot water, in cold water, then try some resuscitation, and then go back and forth like that. And it's supposed to shock the body, and it and it worked. I got okay, stop this shit, you know, and that's how I came to be on April Fool's Day. Since then, I've been shot, stabbed, thrown off of 120-story buildings, through other buildings, 60-foot falls heads first onto blacktop, hit by cars, hit by motorcycles, blown up in a car. I went through a whole list, and it was going on and on with the other days. I did all that. Oh shit! I got shot through both arms at the same time. The bullet went through this arm, and then through this arm. When it went through this arm here, it came through the top of the bone, and went through the skin here, and then the pieces hit the bone and turned the arm like this, so they went into the bone. But when both shots went through the arm and hit the bone, it stunned the nerves in my arm. And I'm walking through as we were hunting, and I remember I was lifting two branches to push it out of my way to step over, and my arms just went for no reason, and the branch came up, went, psh, and I'm like, stupid arms, what'd you do that for? I tried picking them up, and they wouldn't work. I was like, oh, and I couldn't even feel that I had never felt it. Then I looked down, I was like, oh. Then they felt like they were 200 pounds. Then I knew something was wrong. But what it was is some dumb hunter about almost a mile away just shooting at some squirrel with a 30-06 up in a tree. We heard the shot, but we never did find the guy. That went to the doctor. Both arms were, well, this one wasn't broke, but this one was broke. Because here and that. Yeah, I lived.
Hey, Boomer, how come you ain't in Google Voice? Huh?
Somebody probably, if anybody wants the link, I could repost the link, but I'm just going to double check before I put the link out that there's no trolls here like last time. You see some mustached guy with a pussy sticking in the screen. I'm glad I missed it. I did delete it though. Oh. Who wants to hear of a good April Fool's joke? Good. But I'm not always all that sweet though. I'll tell you a story about one of my exes. Because I'm so well known for April Fools, they're always watching for me to do something on April Fools. So I have to really get colorful for April Fools. And when you come up with something really, really, really great for April Fools, they're really watching for you the next year. So being able to pull off another equally stunt the following year is nearly impossible. But I knew it. 1 year, we got along with my landlords and that. And I formulated a plan in my head about a month before my birthday. I says, hey, come April 1st, the rent's going to be coming up due. They go, yeah. I says, they do. We were always good with the rent. I says, my birthday's coming up, but I want to get my old lady really good. They go, really? How can we help? I said, well, all right. Here's what I was thinking. Your sister is always looking for a place to move to and that, and you guys always him-hawed about her renting from you. Why don't we come up with a story that your sister came up with enough money that she's going to buy the trailer and that you guys are going to give us 30 days to stay at the trailer and find another place to move, and I'll be all cool. Oh, no, cool. She needs a place and she got the money. Great. Yeah, she can buy the place, and we'll find a place to move. And that my old lady's really? Really? Yeah, don't worry about it. So time went on. Supposed to be looking for another apartment for us to move into. Oh, no problem. But each one would keep coming up with one or two that I go be seeing, and then they'd fall through. No, that one didn't come through. Don't worry, we'll find a place. Finally comes up to a couple days before, and she's got the place all packed in boxes, everything all wrapped up nice and all good to go into the U-Haul to take off and everything else. It's still the day before. Nope, don't know where to go. Fuck it, we're gonna stay here. We're gonna make him kick our ass out. And she liked him too. She didn't want to be an asshole. She said, "Oh, we can't do that to them. What are we doing? What are we doing?" So, can't sit it. Just kick us out. So fuck them. So they came over and they go, "Oh, we see you guys are. So when's the truck coming in?" I said, "Well, fuck that. We got no place to move. Got nowhere to put this place. So we're gonna have to stay here. Here, take the rent." All right, fine. And he walks out with the rent. He said, "Huh? Wait, we can stay? What? Huh? What? Yeah, just unpack the stuff, put it away. We'll stay." So, oh boy, I caught hell for that. Now, following year, even better. Was coming up my birthday, and it was the year. I don't know if any of you remember watching an old shows before Adult Swim, more adult than Adult Swim, called Liquid TV. It was just a bunch of clips of weird, acidy, trippy shit just put together, which made sense if you were tripping. And I would record hours and hours of it. And during one of these shows, a commercial came on, and it was for Elvis Presley show that was coming up, right? And she's an Elvis Presley freak fan. So I'm watching the commercial, stoned out of my mind, talking about Elvis coming live to Vegas, certain date, and the date just happened to be April Fool's Day. I go, Elvis is dead. How can he play live? And I listened to it. I said, "Oh, this has got to be recording from another one. Just coincidentally is from April." So I'm listening for the date through the whole thing. Never heard it. So didn't say anything. I would watch the show, and periodically that commercial kept coming on. And I'm now really paying attention to every word in this commercial. And not once did it say this, they said it's live. All right. Not once did they put down a name, date, and anything else of in that or any commemoration of when he was alive. That it actually looked like it was being put on, and it's coming on, and Elvis was going to be live. So I called up all our friends, and that's the guys. I got a good one for this April. They go, "Oh God, what is it now?" It says, "I want everybody to call her periodically at bed. Talk to your wives and friends and that. Call up looking for me. And I know a lot of people, they steal drugs." But just mentioning, kind of, "Hey, did you hear that Elvis really is alive and he was just hiding and getting away from the limelight for a while and really did fool people?" Right? And we came up with a great story, and people were calling back and forth and talking to her matter of factly all the time a month before the show. And she's telling me about it. "Really? No, Elvis is dead. No, you don't tell me. Don't no way." And she's still trying to convince me. And she showed me the commercial. It's like, huh, well, it doesn't say. So tell you what, let's have a birthday party this year for Elvis on my birthday, because you like him so much. And she said, "Yee!" So got all the gang over. We got all the munchies, just like football and everything else. I'm ready to watch the concert, all psyched up in that. That was live 1972. I just looked at her. God, I got her again. Oh boy. So yeah, I'm still expecting Karma to pay me back for that though. All right, now I'm looking back here to all the things that were said that I missed. We did kidnap one kid once that tried to let's just say hurt a girl, and we stopped him cold. They found him the next day out in the middle of the woods, tied to a tree, nothing on, about 45-degree temperature. He would tell him what happened. He's like, nope, nope, nope. Because if he said that why he was out there, he would admit to what he was trying to do, and he didn't succeed. I'm feeling pretty good. I got. They're not really. They don't have me on to drug. Tylenol if I feel headaches. Um, Steroids to keep the swelling down, so that this doesn't swell up. Because if this swells up, then I start losing my balance. And I started losing my balance earlier today because my pressure got up too high, and that was having a problem. But again, I told everybody if I have a problem, I'm going to honestly tell you I'm having problems and this, that, and the other. And not going to hide anything, but I'm not going to be scared. Balls out, face front, and I'll be fine. So don't, and by the way, I don't want anybody feeling sorry or, hey, life is what it is. I've had a great life. And I'm going to have more of a great life. I did here. Yeah. Again, until I get mainly this first one down, I got to make sure I'm not building my blood pressure up too high. After that, I'll be fine. You know, nothing over on this side or down on my lung. My lung on this side is the pressure is going to hurt it to cause any damage. But this one here, up here, where the pressure gets up too high, because it's so close to the center to my equilibrium, that I will start getting a little dizzy if the pressure builds up too much. That's the first thing I'm going to take care of. Evening, Desert Sentinel. How you doing? Yeah, I had a yellow flow. First thing I did is when I got home and was sitting up and had my first puff, I said, I'm going to watch some flow music and just sit back and chill. That's what I need. I'm sorry, we're not going to have our show tonight. I know, guys. And I missed most of them. So, and even though the last few weeks I wasn't talkative in chat, supportive, I was supportive by watching and that, but there was really not much. I couldn't call like on Cybertron when they pulled him over and call him out. Oh yeah, guys are fucking up. You're gonna waste a whole bunch of money and like I do. I couldn't do any of that. I hated that. Most of the time until last year, nobody here really knew who I was, but I was always here, being the anonymous caller, telling these dummies they're being dummies. I'm not the type to be. I'm already famous in a bunch of stuff. I didn't really want to be famous. I wanted to help. By helping is getting me well known. Fine, so be it. But always remember, I'm here for the community. Period. I'm not here for drama. I'm here for us all to work together to make this a better together. Not to point fingers and go, he's an idiot. That's not helping nothing. Your turn, Arden. I'm going to take a hit.
Man, I was having a cigarette.
Well, I will sort of be too, but mine may be noisy.
Yours is just a different type of cigarette. Hey, Q-tips in the room. Woo, woo.
Mine's metal.
Oh, yours don't burn your hand.
This one here I can measure just half a puff if I wanted a real good puff. I usually go only half puff. No, I'm just, this is medicine right now. I love the taste of it. And that was what I was telling the doctors that too. I says, I don't smoke. I really don't smoke. If you see me light up a cigarette, I'm not smoking it. I'm smelling it, just like a perfume. Everybody knows that sense is one of the longest memory enhancers that you have. You can smell something that you haven't smelled for 50 years, and also, I know that smell that fast. Well, tobacco is that for me. And my grandmother smoked all the time. My grandmother, I already told you I always smoked my grandmother. It always calmed me down. I loved the smell of it. And every time I smelled it, if my grandma fucked up a few times, Uh, one time there was bottles of Coca-Cola under the sink, and I was like one and a half. And in some of the bottles, she had amethyst, um, just a liquor is what it is, like 40% liquor that tastes like licorice. It was horrible tasting, but it looked just like Coca-Cola. And I got under the sink and said, aha, hey. And I got completely wasted. Grandma came out and saw what I was in, and she was, oh my God, I made my grandson a drunk. Oh, she thought she'd kill me for that, but yeah, that was back in the days when, you can make another one. But I did like the tobacco smell, and whenever would get upset, or when I was a kid, I smelled tobacco. I felt better. Now, as I got older, I equated that with smoking, even though I didn't really like smoking. But I did smoke though. But the smoking part wasn't what I enjoyed. I found out in time, but the scent was. And I've replaced the scent of tobacco now with another scent that to me smells even better. It's not so much I do to smoke this though. The other is more like a scent. And I do when I'm out what is called fake smoking. As a matter of fact, you see me doing it here. I'll have a cigarette. Some has nothing burnt. And if anybody took a fresh cigarette and smelled it, I used to do that when I was a kid. It's another old memory. There's also like a half lit cigarette, not lit, that I have stored, but it has a different flavor. It's a little stronger. It's like different flavored coffee. That's for smoking. And then other times, in the mouth, out the nose. Still get the nicotine, but does go in the lungs. Because I need my lungs for singing, which I told you guys. Stuff. I'm probably going to need more because they're going to probably take half a lung. But like I said, I can hold my breath for 5-6 minutes as is. Half a lung, 3 minutes. Better than most people anyhow. Ming Chow, red, black, or blue. The fake ones, tongues are red. Real ones, tongues are blue. And fake ones that are part blue and part red are not fake. They're real. Because they do get brindled tongued. Is that what you want to know, Joshua?
Who's talking about tongues and what and huh?
Joshua Haynes asked, does anyone know what a fake chow is? Yes, I do. A fake chow is a chow Ming dog. It has a real curly tail and their mane looks like a lion. They come in black, red, tan, and gray. All of them, their tongues are multicolored or blue. If their tongues are pink, they are fake. Oh, well, all right. Hey, bring your dog into it with oral sex. That's up to you. I don't want to know about it. But just see what color his tongue is. Then you'll know.
Bob, did you say Joshua needs timed out? Just kidding.
Now, one thing I have no idea how long I've been on here, but it may get to the point where I'll just like start going and dropping off, but I don't feel that way right now. I'm perky. I'm empty of coffee, but I'm perky. Be right back. Mingle amongst yourselves. Somebody come up with a good joke. Odin, you're on.
Hey, Boomer, how come you didn't get a bullet any coffee? What the hell? You're slacking. Yeah, Desert Sentinel, you should be able to join the Google Voice. Hell, even you, Flobo.
Pass out the links. Just make sure before you pass out the links, there's no trolls in the room. And what links after they come in, delete them out so that they can't follow them back in behind them. You're gonna have to learn how the Hangouts work. So search those buttons.
Okay, how do you send a Google Voice invite?
Top left button next to your microphone.
Okay, I got the microphone,
You'll
video.
see you'll see invite. You copy and paste the invite. You put it in the chat.
I don't see the word
Then
invite. I see live.
here, let me screen share. I can do that here. A minute. Size my screen. Go to screen share. My entire screen share. Hold on. Yeah, I know you're seeing it going off forever and ever and ever and ever. And off and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever, ever. Hey, damn it. They changed it. All right. If you're looking at your screen, on your top left, see where it says Google? Go over it and 6 boxes will appear. Little black boxes right up the top, right up here. And the first is going to be invite people. If you click on that, it'll bring out a link in another pop-up box to give to the chat on YouTube. And after somebody's in here, one of the moderators, which I should have, pretty much everybody was moderators. YouTube screwed up my channel months ago. Just got it back, so I got to double check that. Just get rid of it again. But we've been on long enough. I don't think we'll have trolls. So let me just invite people. Grab the link. Copy.
I still don't see it, Bob.
And there it is. Click on that link and you come right in here too. I got to get my coffee out of the Nuka waiver. Yeah, but slacking. I got my crew of World of Warships. We're back out there that I have sort of been slacking talking the last few days. They probably wonder what the hell happened to me. Battle Vortex. That's the show that I did Vega Conflict for everybody for the last 5 years. I'm still the leader of High Guard in Vega Conflict. We're awesome. Always have been. We were the first of the game. We started it and we're saying we're taking the game out. And we will, because November 30th, we have the new game IGW that is coming out. That's Imperium Galactic War, and it's by Babel Gaming. Good coffee. Now, Babel Gaming and they actually started their game out before Vega Conflict. So I knew of them. But the company that was funding their to play games, you have to pay. Some games, depending on the size, but these size games are just to rent their computer space, $40,000 a month. Not counting advertisings or special things or giveaways, stuff like that. Just bare bones, just to run the game and get it up and running, free to play, $40,000 a month. Now these other games that's how I got my name. So much it's hard to explain what I've done in what progression because it goes so far back that 99% of you won't remember. But I've been on the World Wide Web 4 years before there was a World Wide Web. We had to create games and programs that were sophisticated enough that we didn't have to write 20 hours worth of programming just to play tic-tac-toes. All right. We wrote programs that wrote programs to make it easier to write other programs, to be able to write other programs to start working into basic programming, Fortran, COBOL, specialized programming, uh, bunch language, stuff like that. We were creating the language that the computers used to talk to each other. So we didn't have to type in everything, that we could save it and then upgrade that program to be able to do something. It used to be, instead of what you're watching right now, if I wanted to do something at work on a computer, I would have to type out if then blah 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 blah, next line, blah da 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 da. Spend 3 days working on a program, double checking, making sure all the code for is right. Hit run, and then after 3 days, see if you get a line going across the screen, going up and down, up and down. You're teaching the computer, okay, I told it to do this, and this is what I wanted to do. Next time I wanted to do this, but I wanted to do a little faster, and a little, and not just that, you got to do changes in alphanumeric and programs to write programs to write programs to write programs to write programs. Finally, we started coming up with programs that could talk to other programs across the country. We were making copying machines that would make a copy here and electronically copy that copy, send it to another copier, a 2,000-pound machine, to print up a piece of paper with a copy of the thing that you just sent them 2,000 miles. Wow! You know? But and then I got hired by Xerox, started making lots of money, and Xerox, lots of great ideas, and all the great ideas they came up with at the time, they sold to Apple. Apple got all the good stuff. Then Xerox is going, okay, we can make copiers. And Apple's going, yeah, but now we have the machineries that we could just, fuck that. Just put on a program here. So then we tried getting into gaming. Xerox tried doing a quick, in my section, we tried doing a quick change to gaming. That was building 300, we called it. We were the hippies. We were the true cokeheads. We were doing all sorts of jamming. We were coming up just like the 80s, and this was the 78 going on 80s. We were bringing in the 80s with the gaming, and that was fun, boy. We were coming up with all sorts of neat games. That's where the original thought for a lot of good games came from. There's one real good one, I can't think of the name of it right now. It was a German game. Wolfenstein. Brain surgery, brains hurt. Also, lots of drugs in the past. That's why I'm forgetful. But Wolfenstein. We started designing Wolfenstein back 78, I believe it was, and it was a simple program. You could go in, and we could open the program layer by layer and put in whatever coding we want to what we want to see for that panel stuff. And we had a good running game that you could walk. Okay, it was stiff. If any of you played the original Wolfenstein, where they're walking down the hallways, it's you push a door or a secret door and go. Then you go around picking up things really cheap, like blink, 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 blink. But at the time, that was high tech. And we had the programming there. We could change it all around on the inside, put any types of bosses and that. And we were actually coding our own games to overachieve what they were meant to do, which everybody thought was great. Extra lines of code for everybody. Yeah, And then VIPs and tips. Those were the first programs where we could actually send chat. I was actually the first one to send a voice chat before the World Wide Web. It was really hard to do it. I got to really think of how I did it, but I was able to do it. Um, what they were is our computers, they're about this big. What it was is you had the keyboard here, and then on the far side, you just had a roll of paper. So as I'm typing here, you can see what I'm typing going on the roll. And then whoever I'm typing types back to me, I'm seeing what they're spitting out on the roll and that. And then we learned how to attach different files. We started making pictures. So I would put in a code. And one day I came up with a code just to fuck with the guys called $PQ. If any combination of $PQ was hit in sequence, all right, it would delete and purge the whole queue. What the queue means is the whole memory. Purge means take it all and rip it, shred it, tear it, and delete. So basically, delete, kill, murder, all your work. And I would put it on my friends' computers. Oh, they go, what the hell happened? I said, did you hit DBQ? Huh? If you hit DPQ in any combination, it's going to delete, purge, and queue everything. Don't you know anything? No, we can't do that. You get it up running again, hit it on purpose, and poof, he's fixing his computer for another 4 or 5 hours that day. But my old lady's so happy now that I got cancer. She knows I'm going to survive. I'm a healthcare provider. I help take care of everybody. But again, that's how I got. When I got laid off from Xerox, there's no other companies up here that did the same thing Xerox did. All right, Xerox was still here, but it was just copiers, and they had a big layoff around 1981, and it was what it was. I had a choice. I could either take my chances if they're going to keep me, or just get laid off and get no monetary payback for the work I did. In other words, all right, give me the money and I'll run. No, I did. I took the money. I knew I could see it coming. So I took my money and I ran off. Then I went into landscaping. Love landscaping. You know, did take no brains. It was a great break from all the brain work that I've been using. Took all that cocaine muscle and made real muscle carrying trees, logs, picking up lawnmowers and throwing them over workers that pissed me off. It was great. But then after that, I learned I was even better at painting. You know, I made a lot more money. And I started my business painting and became famous out here for my painting company. Painted everything. No, before '98 coders came, I was out of it. Um, when all right, you remember SOCOM when that started coming back in the PlayStations? That I started coming back in, going. My God, if I ever tried to figure out how they did all this coding and keep up with it, I would have been insane by now. I stepped back when we were learning what we could do with it and putting it applicable, but we also knew that it was going to be exponential. If and I was learning that on my own. I would learn one program that was supposed to run a machine for at least a year without being outdated, and 2 months later it was outdated. So we're trying to keep ahead, and I can see this. We're getting to a stumbling point where we can't keep ahead. If we're going to have to create supercomputers, this is before they came out with Apples. That my mind was we were making supercomputers, but how do you make supercomputers? Well, we create these giant webs. You know, these are some of the problems that they have to go through the webs and get routed around, and that they can't all just go from here all the way through, and then it gets sorted as they go through. If you want to talk to Poughkeepsie, just like a phone, you should be able to call up or send a line up to Poughkeepsie. If you want to talk to Hawaii, you should be able to send a straight line to Hawaii. And oh, all right. This is how upbeat I am, folks. The doctor came in the other day, basically with this is what's going on, flat down, expecting like everybody else is getting a oh me, oh God, what am I? I sat there, I listened to him intently, and everything he had to say and analytically, and I wasn't scared. You know, he was very calm, and he knew I was very calm and paying attention. And at the end, I had a he goes, you know, he did tell me for my age and that I'm in excellent shape. He goes, even though you smoke, I says, I keep telling you I don't smoke. I light a cigarette up and I let it burn over here. You all saw me light up that cigarette, just let it go out and puff 2 times in the midair, and it's in his box, put out, smoldered. It's not to smoke, it's that set. Keeps me cool, man. It keeps me cool. So, and yes, I rattle like you, Flo. So that's probably why you're laughing so damn ass hard. but but a lot of people don't understand. I'm not smoking. I'm smelling. you know, this is not smelling. This one is smoking. You know, and so I said, and he was trying. He was feeling me out. You know, he knew I was paying attention, and I said, and I could tell I had to calm him down. Doc, I says, I'm sorry. Sit down. He sat down. I says, you're just too uptight. I'm gonna have to tell you a joke. So I told him a joke. he damn near he's like laughing his ass off. I says, life is life. It's what you make of it. You know, if I'm gonna sit here, wring my hands and worry myself to death, that's all I'm gonna remember. But if I'm sitting here going, you know, I'm gonna do what I gotta do to make myself live to be 186. If it doesn't work out that way, I tried. But I'm not gonna give up, and I'm not gonna have people slam me down. And I'm not gonna. Yeah, I do cry. You're not gonna see it, but I do cry. I get worried by myself. It's just like it's not fair. I don't want to leave. When I die, you know what I want to happen? I want to come right back and do this shit all over again. And then when I die again, I'll come right back and do it all over again. I don't want to go up to heaven for the rest of my life going, I'm so happy up here. See my pretty harp forever. No, I want to discover new things, do new things over and over and over. And by God, that's what I'm going to do. So if I hang around here till I'm 186, I'll be learning new things every day. And and with my memory and my, I'm not patting my back saying I'm so super smart, but I do have a really great memory of everything pretty much chronologically that's happened in my life. If I focus on it, I'll remember it all. I can even remember when I was a baby, still in a crib, throwing my first diapers away out in the woods. I remember that shit. Clear as a bell. I don't know. I'm still debating. I know they offered it to me, the V-tail plane. It's a 6-seater. What you think of the oddities I could do with that? You guys, I'll just pick up some people here and there with that plane, go do some auditing. On my way down to Vavel Gaming hosting show or something. Hi guys, barrel. So, so again, I guess I'm going to be coming on. I'm not monetized. I'm not doing this for money. Yes, I have a PayPal. I think I got a Patreon. I don't even know if I got the links up or not. And I'm not really worried about that. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here for the community to help you guys. If down the road people want to send me money, whatever, they want to send me plays, great. It'd be rude to say no. But I'm not here out begging or saying feel sorry for me, send in money. Uh, no, and all the ones here I can already tell you are the same way. They're not here for the money. They're here for the fellowship, the friendship, the community. Okay, Flo, hit the We Are Family time now. I can't play it because they'll take my channel away. They did it already. We are. You can take it though. Thought police have not been able to get there. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. There's a new show that, well, it's not new, a show I've been watching lately. I think all of us should watch. It goes scare the fuck out of all of you. It's called Person of Interest. Basically, in a nutshell, it works out to two AIs. All right. Got two AIs trying to run the world. A good AI versus a bad AI. However, the creators who created the AIs, the one who has a good AI doesn't know it's really a good AI. He knows it's an AI and it has a possibility of taking over the world. It already killed it 40 times. And then there's another one that's just out and out. Yeah, I'm here to take over the world. Now, do you let this AI help you destroy this other AI who's seeming to win, and your AI is going to die? And it's awesome. And in the meantime, it's saying what's going on out here. All the cameras that you're seeing out here could possibly be taking pictures of every plates, everywhere, and storing that information to be pulled out to be used against you, or even overwritten, reprogrammed. In other words, if you had a camera following a car down the road showing a license plate, then you later on, a few days later, you go in there, digitally change the number on that license plate and the person's picture in the car window as it's going by, and then present that as evidence as this car plate with this person's fate is this at this time. And that's what the show is. I got three more shows. I'm right at the end of it, you know. And it's like I'm now like, go hunt, just release her, release it, just kill, destroy, tear humanity down, and have one computer help build it back up again. You know. Now I can't wait. Furry says Furry's making me a bullet shirt. I can't wait to see. I don't know what it's gonna look like. Bulletproof, but I know it's gonna be good. Mrs. Potato said they were gonna work on it too. It's not that I didn't ask for it. They want to do it for me, and I will wear it proudly. Because I love it when people give me stuff just because they want to, not because I asked for it. Because that's why I don't ask. Somebody just says, "Hey, Bullet," like Flo, what you and Tammy, what was going on with you, Tammy, the crew? That to me, that was the top hits of 2018 to me, if not the top hits of what was going on with the community. One of. Yes, we all could get together 800 deep and walk in on almost and that with enough prodding. We shouldn't need all that prodding. We should be able to be doing this stuff like, hey, wait a minute. I walk down the street. If I see some guy walk up to a girl, reach out for her like that, menacingly, I can't flinch. I'm going to be jumping in and say, knock that shit off just to start, and then address it and push it back. That's just the way I am. I the same if I see a girl walking up and just start slamming some guy, I'm going to get between and tell her how much of a dumbass bitch she is. It's like, you can't hit guys. You expect to hit people, not hit you back? Dumb shit. Nobody hits nobody for no reason. If you can't, if there's a problem and you can't talk it out and or walk away, then you're on. There's nothing that's so big that you can't walk away from and ignore, unless they're grabbing you and pulling you back. Then, yes, defend yourself. Make them leave you alone if you have to, or if they can't and somebody's around seeing this, step in and help them. Bullies do not get tolerated by me. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, it's 2 in the morning. I don't wonder if my neighbors, because I live in a trailer, and I got a trailer over here about 40 feet, another one 40 feet that way. Wondering if I talk to you here late at night, because they're sleeping. I wonder if it drives them going, oh my God, what's he doing up so late? Not everybody's on the same schedule. Invictus, how you doing? Great to see you, too. I can't read the screen unless I come up this close. I'm getting old. My eyes are bad. And these are bifocals to even see that. Hey, yeah, I haven't seen Egglands lately. I wonder if he scrambled. I did ask him for a favor. I wanted him to save me up about 12 dozen eggs uh, end of September and set them in the barn and let them get nice and ripe for October. Then I was going to pass them out to about 50, 60 teenagers I know to go running around on Halloween, egging people with rotten eggs. Oh, he's a bit okay. Makes sense. What if he remembered my order?
Yeah, Eggman Eggs was in somebody's stream a couple days ago. He seemed, if I'm remembering right, he said he was doing pretty good. Had stuff with his family he needed to take care of.
Cool. Again, another thing about my memory is I just know all you guys. Once I get your name and read it a couple times, I know who y'all are. I'm a human computer. This thing has so much freaking data. Like I said, I'm not surprised that they got to take pieces out. It may be getting too much in there. It's gonna have to get that pressure out of there. You have to put a skull cap out of here and enlarge it. But it's already too big ass now as is. But didn't know I got to finally take a shower after freaking 5 days in the hospital because of the tubes they had in me. Oh, you can't shower. I stink. There's cute nurses here. Come on, help the guy out.
You didn't get a sponge bath from the cute nurses? What the hell, man?
No, I again, I wasn't ambulatory. I was mobile. They knew it. I couldn't pick it. And by the way, I did educate a bunch of the clear-headed uh, workers there about auditing and what auditing basically is and isn't. This is auditing is just the community watching the community and make sure that those that have power don't abuse their power or try to be bullies or bosses, but to use their power to help the community also, because they are part of the community. Cops, citizens on patrol is where that name came from. They were not hired to be cops and bullies. They were hired to be citizens helping out the community. So I think I'm going to shut this down early. I'm boring you guys and rambling on, which I know you're probably enjoying. It's cool. I'm just getting a little tired. I think I'm going to play. What game should I play? Should I play a little Minecraft? Haven't done that in a while. Should I go play World of Warships? I need to do that because my crew hasn't seen me. Well, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to play World of Warships. go get a couple prizes and that. Waste about a half hour. Say hi to everybody, and then go see if I can really lay down. My schedule's so off from the meds in the hospital that I don't even know when I'm supposed to be sleeping anymore. I know I got up at 7 o'clock this morning, but that was after 4 days of no sleep. So good night, everybody. Take care. And again, thanks a lot for coming here. And keep your spirits up. The same did that. No. No time for quitters. I'm going out punching. Nothing keeps you down, and y'all know it.
Don't give up hope.
They said that before. Don't let hope die. So they made Bob Hope a robot.
I thought Bob Hope was you, Bob.
Now my nose, actually, my nose is very similar to Bob Hope's nose. Anybody notice that? You got that going to it? And Tarzan G string. Oh, great. What color? Pink? Tarzan straight pink? Purple? Green? I've seen them all. I've seen purple ones. I've seen the hot pink one. But don't over exaggerate on the tail. Because sometimes when you over exaggerate on the tail, it doesn't fit anymore and the tail falls off and things get exposed. I've seen it. I've seen it. I was wincing for days. So good night, everybody. I'm going to be going. Again, thanks for showing up. And I'll do this more regularly. Don't know what the hell I'm going to be talking about. I know I'll be doing it for my games as they go up. I'm going to have to get back in. I have another channel, Bullet SpongeBob, but that one's my gaming channel. The same spelling name and everything else. If you go over that one, you'll see my gaming videos where you'll see me playing mostly World of Warships. There's some Minecraft that, but what I like is my World of Warships. And go check those out too. You may get a kick out of that. Get you guys joining over there. Our big crew BV is already at the max, but it's going to be going up probably another 15%. I'm right at the cusp of being able to have more people in because it's such an old group there. But the game has been blowing up. It's not like the other get paid to win games like that. It's like this other one, IGW, where the more experience you get and the more time you spend in, you're all progressing up this way. And you can see how the guys that started before you are doing right and wrong. And you can either copy or not copy or come up with your own ideas to escalate the war as your levels progress with the other levels. So we got level 1 ships up to level 10 ships. And the artwork and the art, it's phenomenal. And right now, I got to go check because they're supposed to be starting up something for Halloween, a special Halloween design for the ships and stuff that do different things. It's pretty freaking cool game. And yeah, I'll be doing IGW chats too. So I'm fully retired, and I guess I'm going to become a Vidiot. Hi, Vidiots. Um, Big Conflict IGW. I'm not known as Bullet SpongeBob. I'm known as EARPH. EARPH. How that happened, total accident. I was looking for a game of that genre of what Vega Conflict is, but I was just going to try it out, see what it's like, and come back if I really liked it, and just pick a real name. And I was writing a book, and the name of my book was EARPH. You know, it's a good story. I'll publish it someday. But the name of the book is EARPH, and I just grabbed that name to use for the game as my in-game name and started playing the game. And found out I was good at it. So I'm playing it, and we got these little group, and the game had just came out. So it was right at the burgeoning state. So the game just came out, and we're developing these teams in that, and we could see what the company was designing for how the players were supposed to interact. You were supposed to try to dominate your sector and set a rule in your sector. Like, I'm the big badass. You can only do this because I say so. And they say, oh no, I can do whatever I want. And get the sectors to fight inside each other. Well, I come along and I start making friends with everybody. And we started up the High Guard. There was actually the first group. There was no groups. It was all individuals. And we got a Facebook chat going and started creating, all right, our own High Guard. And at the same time, great ideas, a budget from a bunch of playables. And there was other groups that were doing the same thing. And in a nutshell, you had like Sector 1000. In Sector 1000, you have 5 solar systems with 10 planets or on each solar system. And in there, there's a wormhole that you can go to another sector, So you can go from your sector and attack the people in there, or go to another sector and just sneak over there and take stuff over there. All right. And we started policing our sector. We catch anybody from our sector, attacking anybody in our sector. Our group just started attacking them, and we started setting an order in our sector. Well, other sectors saw this and they said, that's not how it's supposed to be. Everybody's supposed to be at war. Anybody should be able to fight anybody from anywhere. And some of the new players are coming in and they're making friends in these sectors and they want to talk to them in chat, but it's hard when you're attacking the guy to talk to him. It's like, okay, I'm talking to you, but are you going to attack me or not? Are you going to, but there was no clear way to know until they did, so we would, this is our group. If you're over here, I can tell you so many people, but we'll let you know there are people policing this area. If you attack anybody in this sector around us, we will attack you just for that. And then other groups started coming under our protection, and then we started making little safe sectors and Facebook pages where everybody was making all friends and frenzies. And we created order. Well, the gaming company did not like that. We took over our sector and completely policed it. We were now watching the gates. All right, we were doing farming. And when you do farming, you're just going after the Vegas ships or the robot fleets, the dummy fleets that just flow in a certain pattern. You can actually fly around behind them, just go bang, 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 and shoot them dead because they were that dumb flying. And get free points that way. So we would police our sector, keep peace, and let our guys go farm anywhere they want. And if they start attacking each other, we'd do a little policing. Then other sectors would have to come to our sector to attack bases, because you can also attack people's bases. But you don't want to attack people's bases in your sector. They were called, if you did that, it was called insecting, or attacking inside the sector. So in the last 5 years, that was building up like that. And right off the beginning, we made peace in our sector. Another sector made peace because they set laws saying, we're just attacking, we don't care. We're just going to take over everything and rule everything. And if we want you to fly, we'll let you fly. If we say you're not going to fly, we're just going to attack you. But it doesn't matter where they're from, we're attacking everybody. And they ruled that. They were GOATs. So it became the good guys versus the bad guys, or the insectors versus the outsectors. And most of the insectors were coiners too. That's where that big power creep came with the coiners on them. And here I am with the insectors, and we didn't do the coining, so we had to do all the sneaky shit. Oh. Well, that's how I got the name. Well, I had the name Earth, all right, but then the game itself started nerfing the game by changing the rules. They would change the range of the guns. They would change the devastation done by the guns. They would change the shields. They would change things to change it up so that people were getting more damage, and you'd have to pay more coin to fix things. and we'd have to come up to ways with getting minimal damage with maximum return. And it came up with a phrase every time they would start nerfing things, I would come and say, "We got to nerf it." So it was there, and I had with the show that we were doing explaining how to play this game for free, which really challenged them is nerf it, don't nerf it. And so they all started watching to figure out how to play this game for free. And every time they tried nerfing the game, that we would come up with plans to nerf their nerfing. So we nerfed it. So that's what the phrase came from, and that's what the you see in my videos to see Earth or nerfed again. That's where that's from. This Earth it, don't nerf it. That's how I really got well noticed from that phrase. But the advice on how to play the game for free was priceless. And then it was so good, and we could keep the claiters down. The fat chickens, this fast chickens, he would spend $10,000 a month in this game. He would just send fleets out all the time, and we just attack, would just wipe him out, take his money, and we would tell the company, "We're just helping you get your money. He wants to spend it. We're going to help you collect it. So you better say thanks to us." How do they say thanks to us? Man, they started sending more and more fleets, so you don't even have to attack anybody. You go out there, you see fleets right all that. Just reach out and attack one. Reach out. Nobody's attacking anybody. But they're trying to get a lot of points so they get all the special shiny stuff that has nothing to do with the gameplay, but just looks good. So that's why that game's going out. Uh, been like that for the last year. That's why I've been working with Baffle Gaming. We're bringing back the old play where the gamers play. We're not there to see how much money we could win and this that. We're just going to go there just to kick ass, and I'll gradually build up together. Those who start earlier and work, the more hours of gaming you do in whatever games, you go up higher. It's all how much work you put into your own game and keeping up with everybody else fairly. And, and been helping them, and they're all excited. They got the funding and everything else. Come November, that's going to be starting up. So that now has battle warships or Vega Conflict, and I'm just going to say, by the way, all of Vega Conflict, the day that Valve goes on with their game, they're already signed off Vega. It's going to be a ghost town. And we've been telling them it's going to happen. I told them, I'm serious. We're not trying to do this. And I worked with the developers of that game too. And I got some interviews with the CEOs from that game and a lot of advice that we gave them, not demands or anything like that. We tried working with them, giving them the best ideas to help them have a good game. But Paul Priest them decided, yeah, we want the money. If the game burns out, the game burns out. We make a lot of money. We'll make another game, you know, and not that for the community. So the other games are more community based. If I spend money to play the game, get the new shiny stuff, you can. If you want to play just a regular game with everybody else out there for free, we can. They got the space for it, and they're all for it. We're gonna have special things to keep things interesting. Y'all get to try to attack me all the time, and also, of course, I would be here talking to you guys. You guys are my main peeps. Those are my gamers. That a lot of their posing trolls, that is all for gaming, and that it's not the real them. That's not the same as real life that we do. We're here for like our community is here for the community, not the community of gaming. Yes, we're here to have fun and to get along. True. Make a joyful noise. Tell the loudest you can. That's what I was going to ask. I see Bao a lot, but every time I couldn't watch any of his shows last 4 weeks. It was really always the bad part of days. How's Bao doing? Five bubble bath? Oh no. Don't tell me Cybertron's is getting out of work and he's getting in the bathtub to do a stream now. That typical. Now Furry told me, I'm pretty sure Furry. Somebody told me if I lose my hair, I'll just shave it. They're gonna send me dreads. That'd be cool, man. I think I could rock the dreads.
Hey, Bullet, I'll send you some hair. What type of hair you want? You want the back hair or the head on the hair? The hair on the head.
It's gotta look good, not ratty, not like all, you know. Man, I have good hair. Look at this hair. You see this hair? Been like this my whole life.
We can borrow some hair from
You-
Flo, even though he's
Usually,
bald.
usually about this length, way down here, you know, or braided or back up that. I remember I used to hitchhike a lot, and again, I was in good shape. But I was walking down the street with my hair flowing behind me. You know how many times I hear guys coming up, beep 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 baby. Oh fuck. All right, Desert Sentinel. Hey, keep your own schedule. You don't stay up for me. You can play this back. You can pause anytime you want. Remember, okay, it was at this time. We'll come back and pick it up from there if you want. And then you can cut and paste it and make all sorts of memes out of it and speed up the voice, slow down the voice, anything you want. Now the nurses did like that because they had to tape me and everything else. I have no hair, you know, so they didn't have to worry about all that fur or fleas on the fur coming off as they put tape across me. Ew, probably creep. But I do know I got 4 viewers now subbed that actually watched. Uh, and if you guys look at some of my videos, they're not all just the auditing. I got videos that some of you guys put out there, call outs, stuff like that on all my channels. But what I'm proudest of, I did make, but the original I did make, but it's hard to explain. It's called The Turning Away. The music's by Pink Floyd. Um, the claymation is done by an artist that did do the claymation, but it was more like the video was, and this is how I made this, and how I stylized it after that person on the street, and how I made this guy, and how I stylized it after that guy. And then he took all those after describing all these different pieces that he had made artistically claymations. Then he showed the slow motion picture of the action of each claymation, how he did that. And then each one he put the whole full action of what that claymation did. Well, I re-edited that and reformed it, uh, so it actually looks like a full movie, the whole thing, the way it was supposed to be made, with bits and pieces of it at the beginning, and then at the end, there's a lot of still pictures of real shots from L.A. and the homelessness being disbanded from there. And it's really powerful. If you guys want to go watch that, I want to see how many of you walk out with a dry eye, because man, I watched it. I'm looking at it, I really put that shit together. I took the music and found a perfect song that goes with it that explains that situation of what these people got to go through. Is like it made us, you know, when you make something and you're just stunned that I really made that. You want everybody to see it, you know. But go see that. The music itself is from 1989, which was spliced onto claymation, and the way I introduced it into it, it actually melded really good. I was amazed. Somebody else again, I'm Somebody else did the claymation. I just rearranged the showing of it, and instead of it more of a how to, this is how I did this and how I made this, and this is what it represents. Now watch it move. I made a little mini movie out of it. So it's called The Turning Away. I think it's the last one I actually just came out with before my live ones. So if you guys like, especially Flo, you gotta watch it, man. You're gonna be crying. I'll bet you $20 you do. Want to take me up on it? You go watch it right now. You will cry, Flo. I know you that good.
Bullet.
Hello.
Flo will cry.
I know, but I know Flo. Flo sees this. You like, damn, boy, the fuck, dude, you got me crying, you asshole. But I would have been mad if I didn't watch it and didn't cry, because that was worth crying for. That's all. I know it, Flo. You go watch it. You'll know what I mean. When you make something, when you create something artistically, and you look back at it and go, I did that. You know what that feeling is already. I always like my long hair. Again, I'm a hippie. You know, you can't. Are you a girl? You like your hair long? Go ahead. Come say that to me, please. I'll make you my bitch. I was a badass. I'm sorry. A little Napoleon with a good attitude. Out to help humanity and just to squish assholes. And yeah, I got the name Bullet SpongeBob from my late son. He got me back into gaming, which I was saying earlier. He got me back into gaming because his mother and I, we had separated in that, but we were tight. We had to be talking daily, and it drove. If I tried calling him on the phone, she'd say, "Oh, you're calling just to bug me." No, I don't give a fuck, man. I'm about to hang with a kid and talk with him, you know. And he said, Pops, why don't you just buy a PlayStation? I said, why? So we're playing a game called Sokum, and it has chat and headphones in there. Mom won't know that we're sitting there talking. You don't have to call just to sit there and bullshit because we talked computer that he was getting into computers and programming and shit like that too. We did a lot of heavy talking, you know, and it was like genius. So I went out, bought myself Sokum. We came home every day. We were sitting there. That's how I got the name. I couldn't play the game worth shit. Every time I'd get out there, I'd just run out. I was his meat shield. He just run behind me, see me get all the bullets. As soon as I fell down, he just like and take them out. And he goes, "You're my bullet sponge." So they gave me the gamer name, my bullet sponge Bob. I said, "I don't want to be Sponge Bob." He's no bullet sponge. A bullet sponge. And then the Marine came making it. Oh yeah, all right. So bullet sponge Bob. My real name's not Bob, but it worked. So, all right, fine. Bullet SpongeBob. And for a while, I was till I learned the game, and I didn't like running out there with my son, 13-year-old son behind me, going. I'd have my son coming out, 13 years old, little squeaker, winning the day. Ha ha ha! Asshole. So I learned the game so I could kick his ass. Then I got really, because I'm a gamer. I was created these games. Like, damn it, I should be able to figure these out. I did, and I got really good. Then I started coding. So cool. I mean, you can see me flying tanks through the air. He said, "God damn it, Pops." That's what he called me. I was Pops. I wasn't Dad. I was Pops. He said, "Damn it, Pops. Could you just play the game right?" All right, fine. I'll turn the codes off. Then after a while, when that game started burning out, he wanted the code so he could get flying tanks. Yeah, that's like I said. I started out with gaming. So I told him the old school games. Hey, we did this. We made Wolfenstein. We da. And kids are great. I miss them. but I'll always remember him. And he had a good attitude too. It's just too bad he was related to his mother because that was genetically a probability of insanity. See, his mother was schizo, and his brother, his sister, and father. Yeah, these are things you don't find out till years later. But yeah, it's 2:33 a.m. All right, Flo. We'll see you again later. I'm going to be doing this regular. I don't know whose toes I'm going to stop on. If Black Label that, like as usual, starts coming out with important messages, of course I'm going to bow out, and I'll come back. But if what times I'm going to put on this show and all the other shows, I still don't know how I'm going to coordinate it all, but I'll get it coordinated in that. So you maybe I'll even put up some shows you guys can go watch me sing some ships. And yeah, that's what I was going to do an hour ago. You guys are all too great to talk to. That's all. It's family. Say, what's up with that? So I'm going to say I'm out, folks. Give you guys something else to go watch. Again, I'm going to go play World of Warships right now. If you want to find out what that is, go ahead and Google it or go to my other channel. All the information's there. This World of Warships. And my other channel's name, which doesn't have as many subscribers, I think it has a couple hundred. Again, it's just a game. My channels I don't create to get the viewers in to get the monetary money. I just put it out there for people to enjoy. And World of Warships, the gameplay is 100% real. Live or die. What I'm doing out there is what I'm really doing out there. And the voiceovers is all real-time voiceovers that I'm doing over. All right. But again, I'm an actor and I have 1,000 different voices and 1,000 different characters for different things. And those characters, like Bullet SpongeBob, are really Bullet SpongeBob in these games. So that's why you'll see some of my intros. Hey, this is Bullet SpongeBob. Hey, this is Bullet SpongeBob. We'll see, because with a totally different. Because I do have these different voices, and they are different characters. Like Popeye, Bluto would be different characters, and other ones. And I've just been doing it my whole life. It's just me, my multi-personality. You all get to suffer with it. Yeah. So thanks for coming, everybody. We will see you again probably tomorrow night. And I'm going to go play World of Warships. See you there.